If you like reading and are also a bit competitive, then hi, let's be friends. I am Smriti and I love reading, but I'm also very competitive, which is why I take part in a lot of readathons, a lot of challenges, and I try to finish them as fast as I can. And I know that that's not the point, but that's what I ultimately strive to do. So, first, let's just take a few steps back and tell you what I am going to talk about today. So, today I'm going to talk about reading challenges, in specific one challenge, which is the Pop Sugar Reading Challenge. Before we begin to that, let's take more steps back and tell you what is a reading challenge. A reading challenge is basically something that an organization or like a few people come together to kind of set. They set these various prompts, and these prompts are essentially things that, for example, books published in 2021, and then you pick up a book that is published in 2021 and you read it, and then therefore your prompt is done. There are plenty of challenges that take place, including the Reading Women Challenge, the Buzzwordathon, and then there is also, if you are based in India, there is a really cool one called the House of Belong Reading Challenge, which I will link all of them down in the description. But in this one, I want to talk about the Pop Sugar one because I think it's been going on for like about 7 years, and I've always kind of seen it from the fringes, but never really like fully participated. But this time, I was kind of like bored, and I was going through their challenges, and I really liked all of them, most of them, and I decided to participate. So I thought I would do this video, but as I said, I am competitive. So while I do know that I should ideally have 40 books to fit into these 40 challenges and these 40 prompts, I am not going to do that. I'm going to do what they call double dipping, which is putting one book for multiple prompts. Because here's the thing, right? I have so many books that I want to read, but I also really want to finish this challenge. So, like, I'm just trying to be safe here. But what I'm going to be doing in this video is I'm going to give you the option that I have decided that I'm going to fulfill, but I'm also going to give you other options, which are books that either I have read or that I plan to read because I've heard really good things about this book, based off on like just me consuming a lot of bookish content. So that is what I am going to do. I am basically in this video going to tell you how I plan to finish the Pop Sugar Reading Challenge of 2021 in 19 books, but also at the same point in time give you about 2 to 3 recommendations each for each prompt, so that you can also maybe feel inspired, read these books, be part of the challenge, whatever. It's just basically a very big video giving you bookish recommendations. That's essentially it. So let's just start because it's been way too long an intro, hasn't it? Yes. The first prompt is a book published in 2021, and for this I chose a Fur Love Story by Lonely, and this is a debut novel which talks about a boy and a girl who fall in love, but they are from warring families who own 2 different Vietnamese restaurants, and it just sounds so cute. I really can't wait to read this one. And if you want more recommendations, I'm not going to name them here because I've actually made four videos where I talk about all of my anticipated 2021 releases. So I will link you up and down in the comments for you to just check them out, because I think I speak about like 70 books. So you have like a lot of choices. The second prompt is an Afrofuturistic book, and for this I chose Ring Shout by P. Jelly Clark, and this is basically a story which is sort of like an alternative history wherein the Ku Klux Klan still like exists, and this is in the 70s, but they are actual literal monsters, and there is a black woman who has this magical sword which can slay these monsters, and it's essentially a commentary on like race and all of that sort of stuff. But like, I've heard absolutely stunning things about this book, and I can't wait to read it. For recommendations, there is The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin, The Deep by River Solomon, and Binti by Nedi Ekufor. I am looking down because my laptop is here, so yes, that is. I don't remember them all in my brain. The third prompt is a book that has heart, diamond, club, or spade on the cover, and I chose Ace of Spades, and I am really excited about this one because it is a young adult dark academia set in Britain, if I'm not mistaken, wherein essentially these two kids are getting blackmailed by this anonymous texter called Ace, and essentially it's a lot about secrets coming out, and it just seems like a really good time. I've heard really good things about this, but the other books that I would recommend to you is Heartberries, Trick Mirror, Reflections on Self-Delusion, and 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. The fourth prompt is a book by an author who shares the same zodiac sign as you, and for that I chose our very own James Baldwin. James Baldwin is also a Leo, and if you want other Leo books, then there is Ray Bradbury, Isabel Allende, and V.S. Naipaul. But like, if you're not a Leo, then you'll just have to Google it. Essentially, I plan to read The Fire Next Time by James Baldwin. I've heard really good things about it, especially when the Black Lives Matter movement was going on in full force last year. This was a book that was highly recommended. And I have it, and I hope to read it this year at least. Number 5 is a Dark Academia book, and for this I am repeating Ace of Spades, so that works out completely. However, some recommendations for you is The Secret History by Donna Tartt, Legend Born by Tracy Deonn, and Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. The sixth prompt is a book with gem, mineral, or rock in the title, and for this I chose Jade City by Fonda Lee. This is a book set in a fictional island sort of country sort of thingy, where essentially the inhabitants have the ability to take magical powers from jade, and it is only for the people who are from there. However, there is a new drug in the market wherein foreigners can also kind of take the magical abilities using that drug of jade, and essentially it follows like these mafia families from this area, and it's like a mafia story thriller sort of thing, fantasy. I don't know, it just sounds so good, and I've been wanting to read this for so long, ever since I heard of it. The other books that I can recommend to you is How Much of These Hills Is Gold by Pam Zhang, and Empress of Salt and Fortune by Ning Vo. So good. The seventh prompt is a book where the main character works in your current or dream job, and my dream job is anything in the bookish industry, and if that is yours, then The Shadow of the Wind is a book that I plan to read. This is a book that I've been meaning to read for so long, but essentially it is set in Spain, wherein there's this one guy who has like discovered this book which is written by an author, but he discovers that all the other books written by this author are being destroyed, and he realizes that there's some like a whole conspiracy behind it, and he goes and tries to solve it, and there's just more to the story that I know, but I just don't want to know about it. I just want to go into it and understand this whole book for myself. So that is Shadow of the Wind. Other books, if you want to be part of the literary like sort of career, I would recommend Last Chance Books by Kelsey Rodkey, which is another book that is coming out in 2021, which follows booksellers. The Hating Game, which is set in a publishing house, and Paris Library by Jeanette Skyson Charles, which is about librarians. Eighth is a book that won the Women's Prize, and for this I am choosing the 2020 winner, which is Hamnet. I have not read this book, but I really, really want to read it. It is essentially following the fictional tale of Shakespeare's actual son who died, called Hamnet, and I think that's what the story is about. I'm not too sure, but yeah, that's basically what it is. The other books that I would love to recommend to you is Home Fire by Kamla Shamsi, which I've absolutely loved. The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller, which is one of my top 10 books of like ever, and An American Marriage by Tayari Jones, which I've also heard really, really good things about. Ninth is a book with a family tree, and for this I have chose Homegoing. Homegoing essentially follows two sisters and their descendants. Both of the sisters are in Nigeria, if I'm not mistaken, but one is married off to a Britisher or a white man, and the other one gets sold off into the slave trade. And essentially, we follow both of those women's lives as well as their descendants and their daughters. If I'm not mistaken, I've heard that this is absolutely amazing, and it also does have Family Tree. Okay, great. But the other books that I would like to recommend to you is 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez, A Suitable Boy by Vikram Seth, which is my absolute favorite, and Legend Born by Tracy Diaz. Number 10, it's a bestseller from the 1990s, and for this I chose Memory Police by Yoko Agawa. I do realize that this book technically came out last year or last year, but this book was actually written in 1992 and it was only translated last year, so I'm assuming this works, okay? This book essentially follows this small island or this place wherein people are the government is essentially making people forget things. So essentially, like, for example, you'll see a kite and suddenly you'll have to remove all the kites and you forget that it even happened. I don't know exactly how it works, but I am excited to read this book and find out. But yeah, I've heard really good things about Yoko Ogawa as an author in general, and I'm excited to finally get into their work. Another book that I would like to recommend to you is A Suitable Boy by Vikram Seth, because I love that book and I feel like everyone needs to read it. And then there is God of Small Things by Arundhati Roy, and The Memoirs of Geisha. Number 11 is a book about forgetting, and here we go again. It is a book about forgetting, so it is a repeat. That's just how I'm making it work. But another book that I would really like to recommend is coming out in 2021 is Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. It just sounds so good. I have spoken about it in my most anticipated read, so I will link you to that. But also I would recommend Piranesi by Susanna Clarke and The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. 12th prompt is a book that you have seen on someone's bookshelf, and for this again I have chose Homegoing. I've seen this book on a lot of celebrity shelves, but also like my friends and people in general who I have follow on like in the bookish community. But if you do want books which you've seen on celebrity shelves, then I can name a few. So on Stacey Abrams, you have The Night Tiger by Yang Si Chu. On Saif Ali Khan's, you have War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy, and Trevor Noah just has all of books by Ta-Nehisi Coates, so I would recommend that as well. Number 13 is a locked room mystery, and for this I chose No Exit by Taylor Adams. This is essentially a story wherein a girl is basically, there is a snowstorm that happens and she has to stop at like a diner or something like that where there are a few other people, but when she sees into another person's car, she sees that there is a girl there, but in a cage, and it's essentially her trying to solve why this is, but also trying to get out of that situation, because clearly any person who puts a girl in a cage is just not a good person. So that's basically what I would like to recommend and which I want to read myself. The other one which I would definitely like to recommend is the OG of a locked room mystery, which is And Then There One Done by Agatha Christie. There is also 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle and Anxious People by Frederick Bachman. 14 is a book set in a restaurant, and for this again I will be reading A Fur Love Story by Lone Lay. Apart from that, I would recommend Kitchen Confidential by Anthony Bourdain, The Restaurant at the End of the World by Douglas Adams, and Fried Green Tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe by Fanny Flagg. Number 15 is a book with a black and white cover, and for that I would again choose The Fire Next Time by James Baldwin. Apart from that, I would also recommend Cast by Isabel Wilkerson, Promised Land by Barack Obama, and Between the World and Me by Ta-Nehisi Coates. 16 is a book by an indigenous author, and for this I have chosen The Round House by Louise Eldridge. I have read one book by her before called La Rose, and it absolutely killed me, but this book essentially follows an indigenous person who lives in North Dakota in 1988, and she is attacked, and it's essentially her grappling with what happened to her as well as her family grappling with it, and that's all I have made out from it at this point of time. But I know that Louise Eldridge would just do such an amazing job, because she writes amazing prose that is just very emotional. Other books that I can recommend that I have heard absolutely stunning things about is Elatsue by Darcy Little Badger, There by Tommy Oren, Orange and Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhouse. Number 17 is a book that has the same title as a song, and actually I sort of cheated. No, not really. I actually am going to read another book, but this would also work because it's also a song by Vic Mensa, but I had not heard of it before I started looking for books that go with this prompt. But so I'm not going to count it, but I do plan to read Stay With Me by Ayomi Adebayo, and I've heard really good things about this. This again is set in an African country. Again, I'm not too sure which one, so I won't make a fool out of myself and say something, but essentially it follows this man and wife who decide to get married, and then they are in love, and essentially in the community you are allowed to have a second wife, but because they are in love, the wife says, promise me that you will not get married to another woman, but because the wife cannot have produce or like have children, he gets married the second time and is essentially discovers their relationship and talks about all of that sort of stuff, and I've heard really good things about it. I will link you to a review by Elena, which absolutely convinced me that I had to read this book. But the other books that I said were The Fire This Time, You Should See Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson, The Way You Make Me Feel by Maureen Gu, and Norwegian Wood by Haruki Murakami, which I did not know was a Beatles song. But well, now I know. For 18, we have a book about a subject that you are passionate about, and I'm really passionate about food. I really love food, y'all. So I'm again going to choose A Fur Love Story by Lone Lay. But if you are passionate about mental health, I would suggest maybe you should talk to someone by Lori Gottlieb. If you are passionate about the BLM movement, then Between the World and Me by Ta-Nehisi Coates. If you are passionate about the Dalit movement, then Annihilation of Caste by B.R. Ambedkar. The 19th is a book that discusses body positivity, and for that I chose One to Watch by Kate Stayman London. This is a book where essentially there is a plus size fashion blogger who writes to the showrunners of this bachelorette sort of TV show and talks about how they don't have any plus size rep, and essentially what they do is then they invite her to be on the show as the bachelorette for the show, and I just think that is it's supposed to be like this really cool, fun sort of book, so I look forward to reading that. Another one is Hunger by Roxane Gay. Roxane Gay is just a queen. Shrill by Lindy West, and Spoiler Alert by Olivia Dade. 20 is a book that you would find on a Black Lives Matter reading list, and again I have this one, which is The Fire Next Time. Apart from that, I would really highly recommend Between the World and Me by Ta-Nehisi Coates, The Deep by River Solomon, and Hood Feminism by Mickey Kendall. 21, we are at the middle point. 21 is a genre hybrid, and for this I chose Ring Shout because it is fantasy as well as historical as well as Afrofuturism. The other books that I would like to recommend to you is In the Dream House by Carmen Maria Machado. It is a memoir written, but it is written in this really genre bending sort of way, so I would recommend that. Where the Crawdads Sing, which is a mix of historical as well as thriller, mystery, and Piranesi, which is just a mix of like a lot of things which I don't want to tell you about. A spoiler.
Oh, my foot got to sleep.
22 is a book that is mostly set outdoors, and that is, I'm going to choose No Exit, which because they're out of, like, you know, in the snowstorm. The other books that I would like to recommend to you is Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens, Lord of the Flies by William Golding, one of my favorite classics, and The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. 23 is a book with something broken on the cover, and for that I'm choosing The Roundhouse, and even though it doesn't look like there's anything broken on this cover, there is another cover that has something broken on the cover, so I'm just gonna like go with that if that works. Let me know if you think that doesn't work. I'll choose something else. But other books that I would like to recommend to you is In the Dream House by Carmen Maria Machado, Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng, and A Woman Is No Man by Etta Froome. 24 is a book by an American Muslim author, and for that I chose Naturally Tan by Tan France, and he was just like, Smriti, Tan is British, and I'm like, yeah, but he just became American, like he just did the test and became American, so it counts. But essentially Tan is a a host of one of my favorite TV shows, Queer Eye. I absolutely love him. He is from Britain, but his origins are in Pakistan, and I just think that like he's awesome. I absolutely love him. So yeah, that books that I would recommend to you is Woman Is No Man by Ataf Rum, The Beauty of Your Face by Seher Mustafa, and Love from A to Z by S.K. Ali. 25 is a book that was published anonymously, and for this I chose The Secret Barrister, Stories of the Law and How It Is Broken. And this was published anonymously because this person couldn't talk about being a barrister and like talking about all these cases. But essentially, I think it's set in the UK, and it talks about how the law is essentially not made for actual people, and how it is broken, and like it cites all of these sort of references. But the two other books that I would like to recommend to you is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, or any book by Austen. During her time, unfortunately, she could not publish any of her books with her actual name, but yeah, any of those work. And also My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante, or any book by Elena Ferrante. I don't know if she's written anything else actually, but yeah, we still don't know who she is. This is just a pen name, and yeah. 26 is a book with an oxymoron in the title, and for that I chose The Worst Best Man, because worst and best just don't work. But essentially in this we follow this girl who is a wedding planner, but on her wedding day she gets jilted at the wedding, and the person who caused that is her husband to be, her fiance's brother. But then many years later, essentially they are trying to get, they're both working on a plan or proposal for something, for some project, and they have to work together. So it's her, the husband, her fiance, and then the brother, and they kind of all have to come together and work. And I just really like it when they're forced into situations like that. It just sounds really good. And the other book that I would like to recommend to you is All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. Absolutely amazing. Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhurst, and Big Little Lies by Liane Moriarty. For 27, we have a book about do-overs and fresh starts, and again I am choosing The Best Worst Man. But other books that I would like to recommend to you is Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab, Midnight's Library by Matt Haig, and Life After Life by Kate Atkinson. 28, we have a magical realism book, and for this again I am choosing The Memory Police. However, another book that I would like to recommend to you is the OG of magical realism, and that is 100 Years of Solitude. However, if you didn't know that, at the same point of time we had an Indian who was writing a very similar book, not knowing that Gabriel Garcia was doing what he was doing, is The Legends of Kasak by O.V. Vijayan, and then of course there's Midnight Library by Matt Haig. For a book set in multiple countries, I am going to choose Homegoing because it's in Nigeria, if I'm not mistaken, and the UK and the US. Other books that I would recommend to you is All the Light We Cannot See. I love this book, please read it, which is set in Germany as well as in France. Home Fire by Kamala Shamsi, and Paris Library, which is set in the US as well as in Paris. 30th, we have a book set somewhere you would like to visit in 2021, and I wish we could, but I would definitely choose the place where Hamnet is set, because it is set in Stratford upon Avon, which I have had the wonderful opportunity to visit, and it is absolutely so beautiful. I would love to go there again. But if you want to go to any other place, there is the Paris Library, which is set in Paris, an absolutely remarkable thing if you want to go to New York, God of Small Things if you want to go to Kerala, and The Shadow of the Wind if you want to go to Spain. 31, we have a book by a vlogger, online personality. I would choose Naturally Tan by Tan France again, because I love him. If you do love Queer Eye or just generally like memoirs, then also check out Over the Top by Jonathan Van Ness. It is such an amazing book, and I would definitely recommend the audiobook version of it. I would also recommend An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green, and Smoke Gets in Your Eyes by Caitlin Doughty, who is an online like mortician. She talks about being a mortician. 32, we have a book that starts with Q, X, or Z. I don't know. How do you say Z? Do you say Z? Do you say Z? Let me know in the comments. Are you team Z or Z? Anyway, point is, the book that I'm going to read is Zenny, and this is essentially a romance novel where essentially this girl gets inheritance by her uncle or aunt, I don't know who passes, but the clause that she has is that she has to marry this one guy for a year in order for her to actually inherit this. So yeah, that's basically what it is, and it has apparently some fantastic buy rep, and I'm just excited by that. Other books that I would like to recommend to you is Queenie by Candice Carty-Williams, Quiet, the Power of Introverts in a World That Cannot Stop Talking by Suzanne Cain, and Zara Hussain is Here by Sabina Khan. For 33, we have a book featuring 3 generations, and again, I have chosen Homegoing. Another book that is good for this is 100 Years of Solitude, Legend Born by Tracy Deonn, and The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett. 34, we have a book about a social justice issue, and for that again, The Fire Next Time, because it talks about racial injustice. There is Hood Feminism, which talks about racial injustice as well as feminism. The Vanishing Half, which talks about colorism and racial injustice, and Zara Hussain is Here by Sabina Khan, which talks about Islamophobia. We're on the last 5. For 35, we have a book written in a format that you usually do not read. I usually do not read too many graphic novels, and for this I want to read Relish, which is My Life in the Kitchen, and this is a graphic novel about the author's time eating food throughout her life and just the various connotations that it's had and the relationship that she's had with food. I just think that that is really interesting, and I can't wait to read it. I don't know what different formats you don't use, but I would highly check out audiobooks or anything. Just let me know what you are going to read in this prompt. Yeah, in the comments. 36 is a book that has got fewer than 10,000, not 10,000, 1,000 reviews, and for that I would choose A Fur Love Story by Lone Lay. This is a new release and I hope to read it soon, but however, for the recommendations, I have chosen books that I've absolutely loved that I think should have definitely more readers, and for this again is Legends of Khasak by O.V. Vijayan, The Anatomy of Hate by Revati Lal, and The Remnants of Separation by Aanchal Malhotra. 37 is a book that you think your best friend will like, and for that I chose Naturally Tan, because my best friend and I absolutely love watching Queer Eye. It's one of our favorite things to do, and yeah, I think she'll definitely love this book. 38 is a book about an artist or art, and for this I chose The Henna Artist. This is about a young girl who runs away from home and becomes a henna artist in Jaipur, if I'm not mistaken, but then she has a lot of familial issues as well, and I'm not too sure, but I want to go into it blind. But since she is a henna artist, she is an artist. But other books that I would like to recommend to you is Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert, Luster by Leila Lamani, and Girl with the Pearl Earring by Tracy Chevalier. 39, we have a book that everyone has seemed to read but you, and for that I chose Jade City because a lot of people have really been hyping this up, and I absolutely cannot wait to get into it. Do let me know what your answers are for this, because I haven't really made a recommendation for this, but basically any of these books would kind of qualify. For 40, I have Your Favorite Prompt from a past Pop Sugar reading challenge, and for this I chose book about food, so I chose Relish again, which is here. So this is the book that I plan to read for that, and that is the end of the 40 prompts. There are advanced reader prompts as well, which I will be just telling you down below in the description what my answers are for that. But yeah, I hope that this was really helpful. I hope that you got a lot of bookish recommendations from this, and I hope that you too are participating in this reading challenge, if not like many more. Do let me know what you would like to see next, if there is any other like reading challenge that you would want to give me, like you'd want me to give you recommendations for. And that's about it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Oh, my foot's gone to sleep. My foot's gone to sleep.